guys, and welcome back to the WRESTLEDUDE YouTube channel for a big special video here on WWE 2K Battlegrounds. IGN just put out an article listing the entire roster for the game. We have the base game and the available post-launch characters that are going to be a part of the game. So there will be a few characters, well, not even a few, there's a lot of characters that won't be on the base game, but they'll be added at a later date. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to read out some of the names, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the roster for the base game when it comes out, and give my thoughts on some of the additions for the roster that are going to be coming out afterwards, which, just glancing at them, some of them look very, very interesting. So let's get some housework done real quick. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel already, please make sure you are subscribed. And if you want to support the channel in a super easy way, just hit the thumbs up button. It does a heck of a lot of help, and you guys will definitely help this video get pushed out to a lot more people. So make sure you do that. If you also want to support the channel, you saw the bumper at the beginning. Got some cool t-shirts. Gonna have some more cool ones coming out in the future, so make sure you check those out, get some for yourself, and support the channel while doing it. Anyways, with all that housework out of the way, let's take a look at this WWE 2K Battlegrounds roster from IGN. I will leave the link for the article in the description, but I will also put a picture up on the screen of the roster so that way you guys can see it. But here we have the Battlegrounds roster list. We have a picture here with The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Kofi Kingston on one side. You guys can pause right here and you can check out the roster for yourself, but like I said, I'm going to go through all the names here. So here we go. On the base game, we have AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Aleister Black, Alexa Bliss, Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox is an interesting one, considering I think she retired from wrestling a little while back, but pretty cool to see her in the game. Andre the Giant, we've seen him. Apollo, Asuka, Baron Corbin, Bayley, which we saw a look at her model, and it seems like it's going to be a more updated model with the short hair. So this could be a sneak peek at some of the models we could see in WWE 2K21. I'll mention that a little bit later on. Becky Lynch, Beth Phoenix, Awesome Inclusion, Big E, Big Show, Bobby Lashley, Bobby Roode, Braun Strowman. Sucks that he's going to be outdated already, considering they just had him shave his head. Bray Wyatt. They label him as Bray Wyatt. They don't label him as The Fiend, which makes me think that we might see multiple versions of Bray Wyatt. I don't know. They did that in WWE 2K20 where they had, like, Wyatt Family Bray Wyatt and Fiend Bray Wyatt. We could see Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. Who knows? That's something that I'm interested to see what they do with. Brie Bella, Brock Lesnar, Carmella, Cesaro, Charlotte Flair, Daniel Bryan. Also going to be interesting to see if we see multiple versions of Daniel Bryan, short hair, long hair, freshly shaven, stuff like that. Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Edge, who's the pre-order bonus, Elias, Ember Moon, Finn Balor. I'm suspecting that we'll see Demon Finn Balor as well in there, Hulk Hogan. I'm expecting to see Hollywood Hogan in there as some alternate attire. Jake the Snake Roberts is an interesting one. I was not expecting to see his name on this list, considering he's part of All Elite Wrestling, but who knows, maybe he still has a Legends contract with WWE, and maybe he's still able to be featured in the games. But that was a very interesting one to see on this list, which is pretty cool. I love Jake the Snake Roberts, especially his theme song. I've put that on in the background and worked while listening to his theme song on a loop. It's pretty upbeat, pretty bumpy, pretty cool. Jeff Hardy, I'm suspecting that he's going to have a lot of different face paint attires. John Cena, probably the same thing, a lot of different multicolors attires. Kalisto, Carl Anderson, and then later on Luke Gallows are two other names that I was not expecting to see on this list, considering they just got released a little while back. But hey, it's great to see that they'll probably be making royalties from being included in the game. It's cool to have them on the roster, so good to have them on there. Just two very surprising names, along with Jake the Snake Roberts, to see on this list. Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, Lindsay Dorado, Liv Morgan. Again, another chance to probably see her updated attire and updated model that might be featured in 2K21 when it comes out. Mandy Rose, Mankind, Mickie James. I'm guessing we'll probably have multiple versions of Mick Foley's characters, so not just Mankind, but maybe that'll be after post-launch. Mickie James, Naomi, Natalya, Nia Jax, Nikki Bella, Nikki Cross, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet. Ricochet is going to be probably one of the coolest characters to play as in this game. Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, Rowan, another character that was, or another superstar that was released a little while back, so great to see him in the game, so that way he gets some royalties for this, but just another interesting one to see. R-Truth, Samoa Joe, Sasha Banks, Seth Rollins, Sergeant Slaughter, Shawn Michaels, Shinsuke Nakamura, Stephanie McMahon, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Miz, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Xavier Woods, and Yokozuna. So that's the base game. Those are the characters that are going to be on the base game. A lot of cool names, a lot of surprising ones, like I said. Looks like it's going to be a really cool roster, and then it even gets better with the available post-launch roster over here. So we have, for the post-launch, so these are characters that are going to be included later on down the line of the game, so they're just going to be coming out every now and then. They'll add some new characters in, and a lot of these ones I think are very interesting, especially interesting when you think of why they weren't put on the base game, but who knows why. So we have Akam of the Authors of Pain, Ali, Alundra Blaze, Andrade, Angelo Dawkins. Already there are a lot of interesting names why they weren't included on the base game, but I guess they have their reasoning. Batista, it'll be interesting to see if that's an updated model. Big Boss Man, Billy Kay, Bo Dallas, Booker T, Bret the Hitman Hart, British Bulldog, Buddy Murphy. I guess they didn't get the memo. He's not your buddy anymore. He's just Murphy. Cactus Jack, there it is. There's another version of Mick Foley. Chad Gable, be interesting to see if he has the short hair here. Christian China, cool to see her included. Curtis Axel, that's another cool one. Dana Brooke. Doink the Clown. Doink the Clown is going to be in here. That's going to be a fun one. I remember playing like one of the old WWF games on like Nintendo that my family has a Nintendo, and Doink the Clown was always my favorite to play as, just because of like the weird moves that he had, like jumping off the top rope with a whoopee cushion and stuff like that. It'll be interesting to see if they include some of that in 2K Battlegrounds. Earthquake, another cool one. Eddie Guerrero, very awesome. Fandango, Goldberg, Grand Metalik. Goldberg is an interesting one to not be included on the base game. I would have assumed that they would have wanted him in there with all the other people. But Goldberg is a name that I had predicted for a video that I did a long time ago, before 2K Battlegrounds was announced. I did a hypothetical video of what if they did a WWE All-Stars 2. I did like my top 10 fantasy roster inclusions, and I predicted Goldberg, so that's pretty cool. If you guys want to check that video out, I'll try to link it at the end of this along with some other stuff. Anyways, Grand Metalik, Jimmy and Jay Uso, Jim Neidhart, Kane, Kevin Nash, Lana and Lita are two other interesting ones why they weren't put on the base game. Again, Lita, another one that I predicted in that video. The Macho Man Randy Savage, suspecting some alternate attires for that. Mark Henry, Maurice, Mojo Rawley, Montez Ford. Mr. McMahon is going to be post-launch. That's another interesting one I was expecting to see on the base game. Mr. Perfect, Otis, Paige, Peyton Royce, Razor, Rhea Ripley. So we have our first NXT star that I'm seeing here, so that's pretty cool. Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, Roddy Piper, Ruby Riott, Sami Zayn, Scott Hall, Shane McMahon. You're not going to have the best in the world on the base game? I don't even want this game anymore. Just kidding, I do. Sheamus, Sonya Deville, Sting, which is interesting because it seemed like Sting was going through some contract negotiations, which is why that they had an action figure of his that was going to come out, and then due to contract negotiations, it didn't end up coming out, but it seems like he has signed a new contract, which is why he's allowed to be in this game, so that's pretty cool. Tamina, this one is my most excited one. The Boogeyman. The Boogeyman is coming to WWE 2K Battlegrounds. I'm really hoping that he comes out around Halloween, because I feel like that'd be a great time slot for him to be included. But the Boogeyman, I do not remember the last time I ever played as the Boogeyman in a WWE game was WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 in the Road to WrestleMania with The Undertaker, where they faced off at WrestleMania in Hell in a Cell. But it's cool to see that he's going to be included in 2K Battlegrounds. I will 100% be playing as him as soon as he comes out. That's pretty cool. The Brian Kendrick, Trish Stratus, Tucker, Tyler Breeze, Typhoon, The Ultimate Warrior, and Vader. So that is the entire roster for WWE 2K Battlegrounds, and who knows, maybe there will be some other superstars that are included. Interesting to see that Rhea Ripley is the only NXT star that I see thus far, but it could be a case that there will probably be some DLC that comes out at some point. If not, that is going to be very bumming for those that are fans of NXT. But I mean, I guess maybe if the game just doesn't have enough space for NXT superstars, then I guess that's just kind of one of the things that's gonna bum people out. I'm interested to see some of the updated models for all these superstars, because like I said, this might be a sneak peek at how they're gonna look at like in 2K21. So if Rhea Ripley has her updated look with the slick back hair, kind of like mine, except not right now, considering I'm just waking up. It's like 6 in the morning right now, and I wanted to get this filmed super quick. So it'll be interesting to see some of the updated models for characters like Rhea Ripley or Braun Strowman or Liv Morgan, you know, stuff like that. It'll be cool to see what they turn out looking like. But let me know in the comment section below, what characters are you most excited to play as, and which ones are you most surprised to see on the roster? I'll be honest, I was not expecting the Boogeyman or Doink the Clown, so those are two very cool inclusions that are going to be coming to 2K Battlegrounds. Like I said in the past, I'm excited for this game, but I'm trying to keep my expectations low, so that way, if it comes out and it ends up being bad, then I don't get that badly hurt. But, you know, all this cool stuff and all this cool footage that I'm seeing, everything looks pretty awesome, so I will definitely be playing this on the channel. So if you want to watch me play it on the channel, make sure you are subscribed and leave a like on the video so that you guys can keep up to date with everything on the WRESTLEDUDE YouTube channel. But wait here in a second, more 2K Battlegrounds videos are going to be popping up. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.